Every house flipper is one bad market, one buyer backing out, one deal gone sideways away from cash flow crisis, and almost none of them have income that survives when the flip falls through. Give me the next few minutes and I'll show you exactly what this program is, who it's built for, and why membership is not something that gets built after success. It is what gets built during the flip, using the knowledge already on hand so that when the market turns, and it will turn, there's recurring income and community of support already in place. Want the template to creating a membership so the foundation can be mapped out today? Drop start in the comments and I'll send it over. My name is Sandra. I am the owner of the Real Estate Growth Program. It's a step-by-step membership system built specifically for house flipping investors who want to create recurring income and community support that runs alongside their flipping business, not instead of it. I want to tell you exactly how this program came to existence, because the story behind it is the reason it was built this way. In August of 2025, I started my first flip. At that time, the housing market was booming. It was a seller's market. Houses were selling same day or within a week at asking price. So everything was rolling according to plan, and then our cabinet maker messed up. It took 2 months to get our cabinets in, which that delay put added pressure on us. I was not able to ask for a draw. I couldn't ask for a draw because the section has to be complete before the company will pay you for doing the work. The work's got to be complete. So that caused a lot of stress and anxiety. While I was repairing the house, the market shifted. The house had sat on the market for 6 months. It sold twice and fell through twice at no fault of ours. I did not build this program from a stage after everything worked out. I built it while the roof was still leaking because I needed what it teaches before I knew it existed. That is why this program is different from everything else in this space. And that is why it works for someone who is scared and mid-flip right now. Here's a reality that almost nobody in real estate investing education space talks about honestly. The financial pressure of being mid-flip, carrying closing costs, a contractor who disappeared, a buyer who backed out, a market that shifted overnight does not just threaten the deal. It threatens every decision made during the deal. Financially stressed flippers make worse decisions, not because they are less capable, but because the fear and financial pressure narrow thinking at the exact moment when clear thinking matters the most. And almost no flipper has income running in the background that survives the flip falling through. So when the deal goes sideways, when the stress compounds, the decisions get harder, and there is nothing underneath to catch the fall, no safety net. That's the problem this program was built to solve. The most common response to financial instability in real estate investing is to move faster. Find the next deal before the current one closes. Stack the pipeline, hustle harder, and tell yourself that volume is the answer. And for a while, it works until it doesn't. Because stacking more deals without a stable income foundation underneath does not reduce financial exposure. It actually multiplies it. More properties in play mean more carrying cost, more contractor dependency, more buyer relationships that could fall through, and still no income that runs when none of it goes according to plan. The other common response is isolation, figuring it out alone, not wanting anyone to know that you're struggling, pushing through the stress without a community that understands the mid-flip pressure. Both responses, more deals and more isolation, treat the symptom. Neither one builds the safety net. Here's the counterintuitive truth that this program is built on. The membership is not what gets built after the flipping business is stable. The membership is what makes the flipping business survivable. Because a recurring income stream that runs parallel to the deal flow means that when the market shifts, when the buyer backs out, when the contractor delays, when the house sits longer than projected, there is income that does not depend on whether the house sells. And a community built around the specific stress of being mid-flip, a safe place to share what is happening, to get support from people who have been in the same position, to make clear decisions because there is a support system in place rather than the weight of isolation. That community changes the quality of every decision made during the flip itself. That is not a side benefit of the membership. That is the primary argument for building it now, not later. The Real Estate Growth Program walks house flipping investors through 4 goals in sequence. The first goal that we tackle, it creates the membership. We build the membership structure around the knowledge and experience already accumulated. We define who it serves, what transformation members will achieve, and what the recurring income foundation looks like. This is where the possibility of a financial safety net becomes real and concrete, not just theoretical. Once that's achieved, we move on to Goal 2. Goal 2, we create a brand to attract members. We use a simple low-cost ad on Facebook and YouTube. It's just $5 a day to find the people who are genuinely interested in the topic and start building an audience of potential members. Facebook and YouTube, they do the targeting for us. The program provides the system. Once you've got that set up, you've got your ads up and running. Now we move to Goal 3. Create trust to build the membership. By using retargeting ads to the warm audience and email text RCM automation to keep potential members engaged and moving toward joining without requiring constant manual follow-up. The system runs while a flip is in mid-progress. The membership builds while the renovation is happening. After we achieve Goal 3, then we move to Goal 4. This is where we retain members and grow the community. This is the goal almost every other membership program skips entirely, and it's one of the most important ones. It determines whether the recurring income actually recurs. This is where we track members' progress. We create a space for members to share their wins, to re-engage. We also re-engage members who go quiet before they become members who cancel. A safety net with holes is not a safety net. Retention is what keeps it intact. This program was built for 2 specific types of house flipping investors. The first is someone who's flipped a few houses but is not sure they can continue. The risk feels too high. The financial exposure between deals feels unsustainable. The isolation of figuring it all out alone is getting heavier. The investor does not need another deal strategy. They need a financial cushion and a community that understands the specific pressure they are carrying. The second type is someone who is getting ready to flip their first house. They have the knowledge, the drive, but not yet the stability of consistent deal flow or the support system of people who have been through it. Building the membership now, before the first flip closes, means the safety net is already in place when it is most needed. Both of these investors are exactly who this program was designed for, and both of them will find inside the community something that does not exist anywhere else in the real estate education space. A safe place to take a risk, to share the progress, and build recurring income while the flipping business is still being built. Here's the difference. This is not a high-ticket guru course that teaches membership building in the abstract. This is a program built by someone who was in mid-flip when the market shifted, who needed a safety net and a support system before I knew either one was possible, and who built the solution in real time under the exact conditions people inside this community will be navigating as well. The proof that it works is not a polished testimonial from someone who did everything right. It is the founder's story, built under pressure, in the down market, when a house that sat for 6 months and sold twice and fell through twice, and the system that came out on the other side of that experience. If it works under those conditions, it works for someone who is scared and mid-flip right now. Inside the Real Estate Growth Program, there is something that is equally as important as the framework and the tools, and that is the community itself. A space designed specifically for house flipping investors who understand what mid-flip stress feels like, where progress is shared, where wins are celebrated, where the specific fear of taking a financial risk is met with a support rather than judgment. Because the flippers who survive market crashes are not always the ones with the most experience or the biggest budgets. They are the ones who had support system in place before they needed it. For anyone who watched this video and recognized the situation being described, the financial pressure, the isolation, the need for income that does not reset after every close, there's a low-risk first step available right now. The Membership Creation Template. This is the starting point for mapping out the membership foundation. It is available for free. It takes the guesswork out of where to begin and walks through every component of the membership structure in a single sitting. So drop start in the comments and it'll be sent over directly right now. For anyone who wants to go deeper immediately, I also have a $27 Content Clarity Framework workshop. It's a standalone entry point into the program. It solves the single biggest pre-membership barrier, not knowing what to teach. It does it in one workshop for just $27, with no further commitment required. If that is interesting, drop clarity in the comments and the details will be sent. Want the Membership Creation Template to start mapping out the foundation today? Drop start in the comments and I'll send it over. And if the $27 Content Clarity Framework workshop sounds like the right step, drop clarity below and those details will be sent over. In the next video, I'll walk through the reoccurring revenue math. It's a simple framework that shows what a membership income stream could look like alongside an active flipping business. So the financial case for building it right now rather than later becomes completely clear. Make sure this page is followed so when that video is posted, it comes through. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. Hope you got benefit from it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you're struggling with right now. Most importantly, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. You do not want to miss any of the future trainings. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.